Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. Crazy hair day, crazy day going on, crazy weekend. Why? Because we got Pokemon sales. All right, so we have a Dark Dragonite First Edition PSA 10, sold for $2,100. Is that a non-hollow? Like I don't. I feel like a Dark Dragonite first. Oh no, that's probably right. Maybe a little bit. I think that's a little undervalued in my opinion. Kabutops First Edition PSA 9 sold for $173. Shining Gyarados First Edition PSA 9 sold for $1,400. Then we had a Lugia First Edition PSA 9. Remember when I said this was going to sell for about $4,500? Because like a day or two ago, it was at $4,000 or best, or $4,000 was the highest bid. Well, the top five bids were $3,750, $3,999, $4,000, $4,444, and $4,494. $6 shy of that $4,500 mark that I said it would go to. Incredible. What we have here is a I don't want to say a spike because normally when in stocks when that happens it's a spike, it comes right back down, but this is spiking these prices. And then so after this Lugia sold, we had a Lugia First Edition PSA 7. It was on eBay for like an hour, not even, and it was $1,000, basically $1,000, $1,001.96. Because if you have the 9, that is $4,500, and then the 8 is, let's say, half of that, so $2,250, and half of that is $1,175. No, $1,125. Then the 7 is going to be so the 7 should be $1,125. So someone that got this for $1,000 right now, fantastic idea, because that price is only going to go up. And that's just my opinion, but this is what I do. This is what I see. When you have people like me that that aren't even trying to time the market, that just see opportunity. It's like, oh, I'm going to wait for it to retrace, then I'll buy there. No, you don't do that. You buy when the market is getting. Again, stocks are different than Pokemon. As you see people buying at these outrageous prices on like the 9s, and the 6 and 7s, the 8s are not catching up just yet, freaking buy them. Like, and they'll go and it doesn't have to be the 9s that go first. Sometimes the 6s and 7s go. I saw that with Blaine's Charizard a few months ago when people were buying, a couple $100s for 6 and 7s, same price. What is going on? It's just that they were trying to balance out, and then the price of the 9s and the 10s moved. Now we have prices for Blaine's Charizard that's like $10,000 and $15,000. I think there's only two or three out there, but the lowest price is like 10 or 12 grand. And I'll check that for you guys a little later, but it's absolutely insane. Because again, that's a Charizard just riding the wave of the other Charizards going. Speaking of Charizard, we do have a unlimited Charizard PSA 9. This is unlimited. Sold for $7,265. And immediately after that, we had an unlimited 8. Sold for $2,395. Unlimited cards. I think that 9 was a little high. But if we're looking at unlimited 10 Zard, I think that has a lot of room to grow. Because it just does. So that's just my opinion. Okay, I'm falling. Moving on past that, we have a Moltres First Edition PSA 9, sold for $635. Charizard First Edition base set PSA 6, $17,500 our best offer. I'm guessing it was minimum $15,000. Minimum. Because $17,500 or best offer. This guy definitely getting multiple offers for this, so see what happens. Venusaur Unlimited raw card. I would have gathered it. It was my card. I would have said that's like a PSA 8. Like, that's a very good card. So for $292. Again, it was raw, ungraded. Clefable First Edition raw. I would have given that a 7. Only sold for $54. Had it at auction. And we had a Bulbasaur First Edition PSA 9. This is not my card. Sold for $2,327 for a First Edition PSA 9. I saw a video called... Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Another Kabutops. This is a First Edition PSA 8, sold for $171. So we had a 9 sell for $173, 8 sell for $171. Was the 8 overpaid for? Was the 9 underpaid for? I'd like to think the 9 was underpaid for. That's my opinion. Rocket Sneak Attack First Edition PSA 9. We had 1 sell for $104, another sell for $106. Dark Slowbro First Edition PSA 9, sold for $204. Articuno First Edition BGS 9. How to get the BGS 9 grade? I hate it when they're all different. 8.5 for the surface, 9 for centering on the corners, 9.5 for the edges. Total of $543. That's what it sold for. Then we had a Dark Dragonite non-hollow first edition PSA 8, sold for $188. And I told you about the Lugia. So I don't even know who it was, but it was this guy saying that Logan Paul has changed Pokemon forever, and I don't think it was just Logan Paul. He's definitely helping. A bunch of people are buying it, and the guy, I think his name was Rudy, really big from on Magic the Gathering. Woo, sorry. And he was saying that it was mostly just Logan Paul and influencers, and I was like, okay, well, Logan Paul helped, but I don't think it was just him. Yes, he did that live stream with Guru Collectibles, and I agree with him. Or I've said it before, and we both agree on the fact that if you buy a box for a record price point, that's probably what the price point is. Nobody's probably going to want to sell it for that. And then if you take that box, you sell all the packs and break it down. Yes, you have money that you make from selling the packs. You have money that you get from the live stream. But there's one less popular. We don't know how many first edition boxes there are out there for Pokemon cards, but over the years they just keep getting bought and broken down. So there's less and less and less of them, and we don't know how many there are. So that is something that is absolutely detrimental to the boxes, because like that. I think we have to have people that say like, okay, no, this is history. We can't sell. We can't break these down. That's what I would do, and at least just have one just for the sake of it. And then we have other people that they buy it and hold, and maybe they won't sell, maybe not. I don't know. But remember in Dark Knight when Joker is talking about Batman and says, these gangsters, they think that these are going to go back to the way they were. But we both know they can't. You've changed things. And he tells Batman's changed things for Gotham. They can't go back to the way they were. I don't know if it was Logan Paul, or if it was Gary Vee, it was Mr. Beast, it was any one of these influencers by themselves. But all together, yes, they brought this. Pokemon was already the highest grossing media franchise of all time. Already seeing record price points every month, every quarter, every year. It's just, but then the nostalgia train. There's Pokemon Go in 2016. There's just people just buying insane amounts of stuff because they know how rare it is. People coming into money. It's still a young hobby at 25 years old. Most of the people that collected these cards are late 20s, like me. Some of them early 30s. They haven't really gotten into the peak of being able to make money yet. So this is only going to go up over the next 20. I would bet my freaking soul on it. Now, I'm not saying that prices just go up forever, because they don't. There are retraces, there are peaks and valleys. And at some point, if once this large influx of capital stops, and okay, now you just have to rely on the people that are in the hobby and consistently, and things won't grow as quickly, and maybe there'll be a retrace, but it'll just peter off, and instead of going like this, it'll go, kind of like this over time. And that's something that I think a lot of people are underestimating. There's not a lot of these cards. And I underestimated it myself too, thinking like, oh, well, in the Rocket set, there's kind of overprinted. There's a lot of, and there's more in the Rocket set that was printed than the other sets, like Gym Challenge or, Neo Destiny, whatever it is. But there was still not a lot compared to for what people want, especially any set, except with the Charizard, which is what you have there in the dark. That's the second Charizard ever. Now you can make the argument that there was a Charizard in base set 2, Legendary Collection, and some people like those sets. Like base set 2, I never really messed with, because it's the same artwork, it just has a 2 instead of the 1, and I just don't like it. But having said that, there's one on auction right now. There's a base set 2 box on auction for most recent bid is $10,000. Okay, respect. Going back to Charizards and Lugia. Lugia is the Charizard of Gen 2. You can make the argument that, okay, Typhlosion 17 is really good. It's really popular because it's hard to grade. Not that Lugia isn't. Lugia is hard to grade. There's only, I think, 48 or 61 PSA 10. There's a very small amount of PSA 10 copies. Well under 100. But T17 has like 11 PSA 10 copies. So Lugia has more than 4 times the amount of PSA 10 copies, and it still gets more than T17. So I think T17 is a little underrated still, but Lugia is the most popular card, I think, or at least the most sought after card. A lot of people don't have it because it's hard to grade. It's hard to get. I haven't private sales we've seen 20, 25, 40 grand, but we haven't seen like the public. We haven't seen a public sale on eBay for Lugia in a long time, and this is just not including trophies. Most people that get into the hobby, yeah, they'll get into the set that they got when they were kids. For some people, that's Neo Genesis. Some people, that's base set. Some people, it's Gym Challenge. That's whatever it is. But you have people that when they're in the hobby long enough and they start hearing like, what's a Unicorn? What's a SSB promo? What's a Trophy Kangaskhan? And then they look into it and they get obsessed with it, and it's like, oh wow, this is really cool. Maybe 1% of 1% of collectors. 1% of collectors probably even like try to figure out like where they are, where it's located, and you maybe get one a lower grade. Even one a lower grade, spending 5 figures, at least for a Trophy Kangaskhan. I spent 10 on one that was PSA 4, and that was back in February. Very, very hard to get, very, very hard to locate. Throw 5, 6 figures out there, some people just won't sell. SM Pratt had changed his, originally like this time last year, that PSA 10 Trophy Kangaskhan that he had on eBay, 100K or best offer. Now, 200K or best offer. Why? Because of the influx of money that's going into this, and people that are worth, like Gary Vee is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He could buy that no problem. Because and there's one going on PWCC auction tonight, and I'm going to bid like 20 grand out the gate, 30 grand out the gate for it, and it's going to be absolutely wiped away in a couple days. Because that's the only amount of money that I'll be able to gather up by that point. I don't have if I had $100,000 liquid right now, I would bid $100,000. But I'd have to sell Tesla for that. I'd have to sell my Tesla shares for that. And that's something that I don't want to do. I just don't want to do it. Anyway, guys, I love you. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm the real Randy Chavez. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. This is Chavez, signing off.